Hey everyone! Today's reflection from Eugene Peterson is called On Square Pegs. He writes,
"The present age prepares roles for people and expects us to fit into them. These are roles in which we are asked to smoothly function as good consumers, as indulgent hedonists, as proud owners, as ruthless competitors, as satisfied customers. But there is a problem. Christians don't fit. People of faith have sharp, awkward edges. We are square pegs in round holes. Society relentlessly whittles away at those sharp edges so that we will be well adjusted, profitable, and safe. The massive energies of journalism, entertainment, education, and advertising pour over us like the powerful, persistent flowing of water over rock, working to erode us into smooth, secularized surfaces. We resist. We have been warned by Paul. Don't let the world around you squeeze you into its own mold, but let God remold your minds from within." Romans 12:2. But how do we keep our recovered, original, sharp-edged identity as Christians in a world in which the pressures to conform are so powerful? Christians have long agreed that our spiritual practices are the core technology for keeping the angles sharp. With prayer and intention, we must encourage and direct the basic practices of faith to maintain our sharp identity as creatures a little less than God, against the world that is trying constantly to adjust us into the comfortable mediocrity of being little more than animals.
This is a very sharp reflection by Peterson, and I don't mean sharp as in wise or insightful, although it certainly is that. I mean sharp as in he puts his finger on a pretty raw nerve within American culture and within enculturated American Christianity. There are several reasons why Jesus was ostracized and eventually executed within his cultural context. One major reason was that he did not willingly conform to the cultural mold that was given to him. He was willing to push back on prevalent ideas about who God is. He was willing to push back on prevalent ideas about what it means to be human and what love looks like. He was willing to push back on different reasons why some people were deemed as worthy and others as unworthy. Jesus pushed back on even the existence of such categories as worthy and unworthy, or insider and outsider. Jesus challenged the notion that the present religious, social, economic status quo was good and righteous and ordained and blessed by God. That's the one that put the final nail in his coffin, which turned out to be an useless coffin that could not hold him down. As Christians, we celebrate the connection that humans have to God because of God's goodness and freely given love. And the God we celebrate connection with is the God primarily revealed in the person of Jesus of Nazareth, the ostracized and executed one. The Spirit that dwells deep in our souls, seeking eagerly to transform our minds, imaginations, hearts, and lives is none other than the very Spirit of Jesus, the crucified Christ. To be Christian is to be shaped by God, the God who is calling the world into conformity with infinite love displayed clearly in Christ. All the ways that Peterson describes the world trying to fit us into its mold is true. The majority of the time, the world has purposes and aspirations and values and goals that starkly contradict the values and goals of God. And it takes decision, it takes intentionality, and it takes effort to let ourselves be shaped more by God than by those aspects of the world that are yet to be shaped by God. And this is where spiritual practices come in. We need them. God eagerly yearns for deep connection with you. If you need spiritual practices in your life but wouldn't know where to begin, come talk to me. I have a short list of things that can help spark your imagination and spirit in your connection with God.